another episode of The Other Side. I'm your host, Wesley. This is my co-host, Will.
What's up? Movie news. We'll start with Inside Out. If you haven't seen it yet, I think it's worth seeing with your kiddos. I think that it helped explain your emotions. It was cute. It was funny. Had some sad points, which you kind of expected with a movie about a movie dealing with your emotions. The emotion joy pretty much runs the show and wants to keep the girl happy, joy. And sadness kind of gets in the way, and the adventure kind of starts where sadness keeps touching things and making memories sad. And yeah, it kind of goes. It's a kiddie flick. You know, it was good. It was way better than I thought it was going to be. And
well, it's Pixar, so.
So, Inside Out, I would say it's Other Side worthy. Ted 2. Got to see that this weekend, and I laughed my ass off. I laughed a lot.
That's good.
It's pretty rip-roaring funny from beginning to end. If you get offended easily, if you're familiar with
Seth MacFarlane at all,
humor at all, then don't go, because there was two spots that got me, and I think it's the one scene where Ted's watching Roots and Kunta Kinte's getting whooped. I was like, why did they put this in the movie? You'll have to watch to see. And so there's a scene where they go to the improv, and they're gonna harass the comedians up on stage. And so the guy asks, does anybody have a scenario? And Ted yells out, 9/11. And you're like, okay, you can kind of see where this is going. Oh, well, okay. And the guy's trying to ignore it. He's like, well, how about a person? And he goes, Robin Williams. And everybody in the theater just goes, like, oh, like too effing soon, man. Yeah, I think you kind of catch the gist. It's a funny movie, but if you get offended easily, you're not going to want to go see it. Yeah. And I didn't get the chance to do a review on Jurassic World. I went on vacation and did all that crazy stuff. And Jurassic World, as you know by all the money that it's made, is awesome. It's worth it. The critics that wanted to knock on the acting, or, I mean, it's... What do you want? It's dinosaurs. Yeah. Let it go.
Yeah.
Movie news.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Why Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Why does it need to exist?
Because we like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Did you see Stranger Tides?
I did.
Really? And you didn't have a headache when you walked out of the theater?
No, I like the Pirates of the Caribbean.
I hated that movie. Liked the first three. Hated that fourth one.
How about Star Trek? Any new Star Trek news?
Uncomfortable segue. Star Trek 3, yeah, they began filming and already announced Star Trek 4, because that's just what we do now. We just announce shit that's coming out 3 years from now, because why not?
Yeah, ever since Marvel... I could be wrong, but...
No, I think they really turned it into a trend, announcing what you're doing down the line.
Yeah, now ever since Marvel's like, okay, Thanos is going to do this, and we're going to do that, now everybody...
Yep.
One of them being the Batman franchise, or the DC Batman vs Superman.
You can call it the Batman.
The Batman.
It's perfectly fine to call it that. Superman has one movie in that thing.
It looks like Ben Affleck is going to be the director of the solo Batman movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just rumor around the campfire, but it'll be interesting to see.
I know, with that and being in Batman, Superman, Dawn of Justice, 2 Justice League movies, and
I give
the Suicide Squad.
I give Ben Affleck credit. I thought he was only going to be in this Batman Superman thing, and he was just going to fade away, and they'd get a new Batman. But
I think what happened here is Ben Affleck took that star power, and he heard all the people that complained that he was going to be Batman, and he said, "Oh, you don't like me to being Batman in one movie."
Yeah. Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, yes. Apparently 2. And
well, I guess some people have already seen some early showings of it, and there's a lot of good positive buzz. But I guess there was a lot of great buzz about the post-credit scenes in Ant-Man. Supposedly there are 2. And one of the comments that was tweeted out, I'm sure maybe you guys have seen it already, was that one of the post-credit scenes was huge. And so first thing that popped into my brain was, what is... Maybe Ant-Man does the Giant Man thing, which I always thought was way cooler.
Which would be cool. Which would be very
Ant-Man has the power. He can be a little, really small guy, or he can become a freaking humongous monster.
Yeah, as long as it's not eating shawarma or Howard the Duck, I'll be fine.
So it looks like Ant-Man comes out July 17th.
Yeah. Fantastic Four. Any Fantastic Four news?
You're just really excited about the Fantastic.
I just want to hear you talk about Fantastic Four.
Well, I guess it's not just Fantastic Four news. It's the XMen Fantastic Four crossover that's being discussed. If the Fantastic Four reboot,
Fantastic Four crossover.
if the reboot's successful, they want to throw the X-Men. I don't make a lot of predictions on this show yet, but this will be one of them. There's not going to be an X-Men Fantastic Four crossover because Fantastic Four is going to be a disaster.
Yeah. This movie was dead on arrival. Anytime.
You know, and I was thinking about this. Why am I so harsh on Fantastic Four? It was interesting when Dark Knight came out, they decided they wanted to reboot the Fantastic Four and make Fantastic Four darker and edgier.
That was the first news, yep.
Fantastic Four is a family superhero team. If you want to succeed with the Fantastic Four, all you got to do is watch Pixar's The Incredibles. That is the Fantastic Four. The comic relief, the teamwork, that family atmosphere, that's always what Fantastic Four was. And they just happened to have one of the baddest ass villains, Doctor Doom, who basically is God in Secret Wars, but we'll get to that later. But it's a family team. They're not hardcore event like the Avengers, or
everything's got to be hardcore.
Yeah, they're
now.
a family team. They're not dark and brooding. So,
but yeah,
Fantastic Four, welcome back to the Marvel Universe. Looking forward to seeing you in the Infinity War. X-Men news.
Yes,
I like my X-Men.
Wolverine will be in Apocalypse. X-Men Apocalypse.
Yay!
And with the standalone Wolverine film coming up, this will be one of the last 2 times we will see Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine, unless they Robert Downey Jr. this thing and sign him on for millions of more dollars to do some more things with him.
On X-Men news, the Days of Future Past Rogue Cut, in case...
I didn't even know she was supposed to be in the movie.
People care, they don't care. I love Anna Paquin because True Blood, you know. Anna Paquin played Rogue in the original 3 movies, and she had a bigger role in Days of Future Past, but they cut it out for time restraints, and now they're going to release the movie with her scenes and stuff. So
that's cool. Be interested to see what she was doing.
Yeah, I think it adds another 17 minutes to the movie, but for me, I just... You know, I love her. I love the X-Men. I like seeing different cuts of movies.
I'd also like to see if she got her powers back. Since, you know, Xavier just materialized back.
Dude, that's a whole other episode in itself. Because now I'm really thinking I think she does have her power back. And I'm like, wow.
Bryan Singer just shit all over that
X-Men 3 really doesn't exist.
The poster of Days of Future Past should have been just Bryan Singer squatting over a DVD of The Last Stand.
So I think we pushed enough news into your head and you're just ready to go out, buy DVDs, go see movies, and go to the pool and enjoy the summer. So where'd you get the glasses?
Stole them from some douchebag. Oh. Then I keyed his car.
Nice.
Alright, brah.
I'm sure there's not going to be any retaliation.
None at all.
This is The Other Side, and we're out.
See you.
Take me to the other side.